All right. Yes, we are live. Hey, my bad. I'm over here about to kick over the camera ball, Holly. Hey, this is thank y'all for tapping in. The Streetball the Pro is the ambassador, and of course, my man Ball Holly doing what he always do. Those who watch us always catch him when he's eating. You know what I mean? Gotta make sure we take care of him, man. But today we got one here. P. Diddy, Peyton Davis. He was a player, man, that grew up in a sense in our program, in the junior admirals program from middle school all the way to high school. And he played at CK High School, and now he's a freshman, or just finished up his freshman year at OC, which I am also an alumni too. So, it's much love. So, you know, let me. It's supposed to be about Peyton. I'm up here talking for him. So let me give Peyton a little minute and introduce him, and then we're gonna just start talking to him, ball. What's
Yeah.
Peyton? Talk to us.
Yeah. So I met Coach Ashley. I think like the end of my sixth grade at a workout. My mom's trying to get me and my brother into a program, and we heard about the Admirals through my family. So we went in there. I mean, I've been playing basketball my whole life, so I mean, I've always worked hard. But then I remember going into that first workout, and then I remember I left crying. I started crying mid workout. My brother threw up. It was not great, but uh, kind of stuck through it. Ended up being great for my development, and then going into high school, went to CK. I was a little undersized, but then COVID hit, so then I hit my little growth spurt. But once COVID hit, I didn't get to work with the Admirals as much. But then once the restrictions started to lighten up, I got started back up again. And then now I just finished up my freshman season at OC.
Okay. How old are you?
18.
18?
Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right, man. All right. So what are your plans for the summer for the off season?
For the off season, mainly I usually work out with my uncle in the off season. I'm getting in more with my coach, but I do start my job working for the county, uh, and so I'm gonna be just working the 40-hour weeks and stuff like that. But I'm gonna make sure I have time to get in the gym whenever I possibly
See,
can.
and that's why I asked because a lot of and that's see, I love that about a lot of kids too. They get real jobs, like they understand, like after basketball, there's life. You know what I mean? And you already having that job 40 hours a week or whatever. That's already like a mature understanding of life after basketball or something don't happen with basketball. You got to have a background. You know what I'm saying? Or it just another something else might kick in. But that's good that you're working, man. You got something else going on. Also, it balances you out from basketball.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people understand that too. When you play basketball, things will go your way. Now you got a job to focus on, which takes your minds off of basketball. You know what I mean? So that's a good balance, man. That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
Eh, w- Okay, so ball. I'm gonna introduce you a little bit more to my man P Diddy because I mean his background, the Davis family is like one of the biggest hooping families in our area. Most
Mm.
well respected, you know what I mean? And you know how that is when you come through generation or a bloodline of hoopers. I be
Right.
feeling like sometimes it could be pressure, you know. Because it's like, oh man, I'm comparing to your dad or my cousin and this and that, and but everybody's their own
Mhm.
individual player. You know what I mean? And so
Right.
I just wanted to throw that out because how does that even have impact on when you step on the court? Because everybody know, like you said, your uncle, your dad, some of the best hoopers that came out, your cousin, everybody's like, oh, that's a Davis. So, does that play a part ever?
I mean, it played with my dad. It played a part, especially when I was younger. I remember playing against like Warren Avenue around here when I was younger. I remember like I was in third grade. I was playing at Ridgetop, and then I remember I was playing pretty good. Like I think I had like 15 in the first half or something like that, and then I come in the second half. I shoot a deep shot, even though there's no threes, and then someone in the stands tells me, someone in the stand says, "You're not your dad." And then I was like, bro, I'm like
Oh
8. I'm
wow.
8 years
Oh
old.
man.
So I started laughing, and I probably had like 30 something that game. But like,
Oh,
it is funny because like, I mean, I've only heard it a couple times.
yeah.
Uh, but besides that, I mean, the only time I really like get compared or stuff like that to my family is just through my family or like some of my like close friends.
Okay.
That's crazy. You say I was 8 years old when they said that.
I know.
So you hey, so that's crazy. So at 8, you understood that? Like you're not your dad, so you said
Yeah,
you understood that? That's
yeah.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
my mom would always let me know too, just about like she would show me like uh his old mixtape, all the newspapers of him and my uncle, like
Yeah.
just stuff like that. So I kind of understood.
He said I had about 35.
I
Nonchalant
know.
too.
No. I mean, that was one thing. That's why I said his nickname is my PG. He was my PG. It was his team. You know what I mean? Back in those days, and it's funny now because we sit back. Uh, his uncle runs Commit 360, and they had a tournament, and so it brought all of us out today. So it was like a family reunion over the weekend, and so I had a chance to sit down and with P Diddy and his cousin Lamar. Uh, Name.
Here,
Lemire, I was saying Lamar. I don't know why I would call that boy Lamar. Lemire, and you know, me and P, we began to look and say how the colors changed. How I'm not the only one coaching. Like he's like, yo, coach. You know what I mean? Because back then, in our time, I was coaching. I was running all the different parts of the business, and we had our black and white. It was I had went from the black, white, and gold to just black and white. It was some changes, but they have been a part of the growth. You know what I mean? So it's cool for him to sit back and be like, yo, coach, this is pretty dope. You know what I mean? So of course I had to ask him. So give your input on how the girls play or how the different players play because there were certain standards in which they helped set. You know what I mean? So although we played up, they were in their age group. They were some of the best players in our area. You know what I mean? And so it's pretty dope to now look at P Diddy instead of looking down because he was short for a long time. That was if you want to say his downfall, it was just because he was smaller. Like his skill level was crazy, but he was just smaller. Then all of a sudden now he's like about 6'1", where I'm looking like, man, now I gotta look up to you. You know what I mean? But his skill set, I don't know what you've been doing. I was watching that open gym, young fella. I said, oh my gosh, he put some more in his bag. You gave a little spin move. You looking nice. You looking nice.
it was pretty like it was pretty like surreal going into my just going and playing in just JUCO basketball because I mean I would always hear people talk about how rough it is, but then I remember going to a couple games last year thinking I'm like I can get with these guys easily, but then like when I actually stepped on the court, the pace of
Yeah.
the game was a lot faster. Like I started to like overthink, like not want to make mistakes and stuff like that. That's like one of the biggest things that I've been working on this off season is just no, like instead of catching the ball, thinking about shooting, just catching, just going,
Yep.
just playing basketball.
Yep. No, you like I said, that's one of the things. Very high IQ, smart player can shoot it. You got a little heater. He's a shooter. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that I sort of pride myself because I'm a shooter, and so I'm blessed with a bunch of different shooters I get to compete against, and
Right.
now to watch them as they grow, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I can't talk big noise now. You know what I mean? Now they ain't little kids no more. Now it's like he's really pulling it, and so. Man, like once again, like for me, it's a proud thing to watch what you're doing and continue to keep going because, like you said, it wasn't easy, especially going through the COVID. How did that affect? You know what I mean? We didn't have that in our hoop days. Me and Ball, we could talk about it wasn't really social media, it wasn't a lot of stuff, but we didn't have that COVID, which really changed the whole game. How was that like mentally and emotionally, especially for you trying to play at a whole different level?
Yeah. For me, I mean, it was almost like a blessing in disguise because I mean, when I my ninth grade year season, like I remember I was 5'2", 140. Like I was a little like shorter, a little chubby kid. And then with those like 5 months off of COVID, I grew 5 inches. I grew from 5'2" to 5'7" going into my sophomore year. And then I mean, with all that time off too, I mean, I didn't have anything else to do besides like just try to get better at basketball. I had my little basketball hoop outside my house. And then it was actually like the first time I like tried to like, I would watch like workout routines on YouTube. So it's the first time I actually started like trying to lift my weights with like little dumbbells in my room. And so during that, my whole goal was like go from C team, make the jump to varsity, because in my eyes, I felt I was only on C team because I was short. So I was like, man, I'm better than these kids. Like, I was like, I should be on varsity. And then, so that was like my whole goal going into my sophomore year of high school basketball. And it worked out pretty well for me.
Yeah.
So that little break was, I think it was very beneficial.
Yeah, that's a hell of a growth spurt, man. To go to, you said 5'2" to 5'7".
Yeah.
Damn.
It
And that matter of time during the pandemic, that's yeah, man, that's a hell of a growth spurt, man. Much needed for sure. I was just thinking, like, damn, did he just say 5'2" to 5'7"?
In 5 months.
Man, much needed. So is your dad tall? Your parents are tall?
My dad's about the same height as me. My mom's like 5'3", so my dad never said anything, but like he would come to my games a couple times, and he'd be like, in the back of his head, he would tell me that he was like, is he ever gonna grow? Like, because I'm starting to get worried. But one of my things was like, I mean, I was like a little worried, but at the same time, like I remember I think in also it was like, I think it was in like 5th grade, my feet grew from like 4.5 size foot to the very next year I was like size 8.5. So like my feet started growing like exponentially. My feet started growing like exponentially fast. And I remember in 9th grade I had like size 10 feet. So I was like, all right. I was like, I gotta be tall. Like my feet just kept growing. So I was like, I'm just waiting on this growth spurt.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy growth spurt, man. Yeah.
That is, and like I said, that was his only setback was his height. You know what I mean? His game was on a whole nother level. He could shoot, handle the ball, control the team hard, everything else. I was just like, man, if he's a little taller. Now this is why it's fun. You know what I mean? Because now I was watching him actually now taller, he's competing. You know what I mean? And especially at that JUCO level, like you said, everybody is a bunch of sharks. You know what I mean? A bunch of dogs in there, and they're fighting, and you're gonna find out if you really can hoop or not. That's what you're gonna find out. And
Right.
so
Yep.
yeah. What are some of so this is your freshman year coming into your sophomore. What are, I guess, of course, outside of wanting to go to a 4 year, have you talked to anybody? What are some of the goals, like the mindset? Because like it's been forever since I've been in JUCO. I had my second year. That's like like okay, my first year made a couple of news articles and stuff at OC and things like that. I played out of position. I was the 4. I'm a guard, but they had me as a power forward. And so I played that, and then it was that second year. Now it's like, okay, if you don't get an offer, then what? And so that's a different kind of pressure, because now you're like, oh, okay. So just wanted to get your mindset on where you at it and like maybe some goals.
I mean, for me, I've always wanted to play at the next level. So really, like, I mean, that's always been like an afterthought. I've always known I've been good enough to go play somewhere, and then but at the end of the day, I mean, if it were to happen that I wouldn't go anywhere, I mean, I'm getting my bachelor's degree right now, and then so I'm trying to prepare myself to, even if I do move on to the next level and get my master's degree at whatever school I go to, I'm just preparing myself because there is life after basketball no matter what. Right. But I mean, with my mentality just going into it, I mean, especially with how timid I played, in my opinion, last year. I mean, I took care of the ball well and stuff like that. Didn't make too many mistakes. Hit a couple shots, but I mean, I'm trying to adopt a new mentality just to kill next year. Just get out of my comfort zone and just go to work.
Why did you think you played timid?
Uh, it was a couple of things. Like with me, like I remember, I didn't start the first game, and then so then I got in, and then I started playing good, and then there was a couple of things that didn't go my way. So then I started to overthink, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I hit a couple shots here. I don't want to ruin the game.
Okay.
Like my teammates are hitting some shots. Maybe I should keep giving it to them. Like, and it's just those little things kept adding up, adding up, adding up to where I was only shooting I was shooting a good clip from everywhere. I was just only shooting like 6 shots per game, shooting like 50% from the field and like 30% from three. So I was like, if I kept shooting more, the games I shot over 10 shots, I had over 16 every single time I did that. So like
Okay.
it was very efficient. It was just the whole mindset thing, really.
And you know what's smart about what you said is that the first thing you said, things aren't going your way. And you said it in correct order. When things don't go your way, then you start to overthink. Yes, that's the perfect order. The high goes with every basketball player when they do that. When stuff ain't going the way you think, even foul calls, right? Getting subbed in and then all of a sudden getting took out, like all of that. When it's not going your way the way you think it's going to go, now you start to overthink. When you start to overthink, every emotion comes in. Everything comes in. It could be from why am I only want to be on this team? To from that to what you just said, man, my teammates are hitting. Maybe I should be passing them the ball. All that once you start overthinking, then yeah, it's tough to get going, man. And I totally get it. That's why, basketball, we all love it. It's a very complex sport. Sometimes it's hard to understand. You know what I mean? Everything you just saying is like it's hard to even understand that. Even though you do it, you still like more that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? So it just sounds like you got a good head on your shoulders, man. It sounds like your mindset is definitely stronger than your skill set to be the age that you're at, man, going into your sophomore year. And like I said, well, Coach, he has a lot of young guys, athletes that come on here and talk, man. And I always listen before I start actually talking, no matter if I'm eating or not. I'm listening. You know what I mean? Coach, I got an appetite, so
Yeah.
but nah, man, it seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, man. And you already got a basketball name, basketball family. Just, keep it going, man. Because a lot of basketball families like to have that name, even at the bigger ones. And I hate to throw names out there, but you look at the Ball family, it's only one of them that's really doing something right now. And they have a name, which was, it was really it was up, right? And,
Right.
you know, and things happen, man. Life happens. You see now life is kicking in for the rest of the brothers. You know what I mean? So again, man, you got to just stay with it. If basketball is something you want to do, stay locked in, but also think about, it's other things too. Not to saying we're not saying that leave basketball and don't think about nah. You go for basketball. That's why you're on here right now. That's why you're at the JUCO at. That's why you got a basketball family, basketball name. Coach is on there with you. He's been knowing you since you was a kid. Basketball, basketball, basketball. Yeah, you know what I mean. But again, you also want to put that on the other side of your brand is okay. I also could do something else too. I know there's something else coming, but you way too young to think about that. You know what I mean? But the fact that you are working right now, that's just you maturing at a young age just because of that. I'm telling you, man, a lot of kids your age do not want to work, man. They don't. They have I'm serious, man. They have a good job too, like working at a kid's Foot Locker or something's like, man, I don't want to work here no more. Like, for what? You got a job. And then the
Right.
next thing, right? And then the next thing you see him at the rec center all day, like, what you doing today? Oh, nothing. I ain't doing nothing today. Like,
Just in the gym, just like,
yeah,
okay.
which is fine, but it's like, bro, you
Right.
had a job. You had you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
That's that transition P. Diddy's dealing with, right? Because when you're in high school, right, parents, everything is taken care of, it's all love. But
yeah,
once you get out and you get in college, and you start to be like, whoa, wait a minute. I
exactly.
got bills. Oh, I need extra spending money. I need, you know what I mean? And so now you're like, oh, okay, I got to now really, use my time wisely because we got
Right.
classes. I got practice. I need to now go make
Mhm.
some money. and I still want to go and hang out and do, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's that part, you know what I mean? That P is like, okay, like you said, all right. And then the fact that he's getting degrees, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, what are you getting your degree in?
I'm in the organizational leadership and technical management. It's like a bachelor program. So by
Oh,
the end of next year, I'll have my bachelor's degree from OC.
Oh, with that, oh yeah, 100,000 a year you'd be making, bro. Oh yeah.
yeah. And it sounded like you mentioned masters. I was like, you gonna continue to go on for a masters or?
Yeah, if I got the chance to play at the next level, at a 4 year, I would try to go for my master's. If not, I would try to get and like an associate's in business as well, if I couldn't.
Mm,
Okay.
damn,
And
man.
so business. Now, what part of business? Like, what would you be doing?
See, that's the thing. I'm in the money business, so whatever really like could make me the most money. That's what kind of where I'm at.
He
I
said,
feel you on that,
I'm in the
P.
money bit. That's a good answer. That's a good answer, Payton. Good
He
answer,
said,
brother.
whichever one make me money, that's the one I'm gonna be on. You know what I mean? I'm with you on that, P. You know, that's a good one. Man, I love, like you said, just your mindset and just your attitude. You know what I mean? That's why I always sort of still to this day brag about you. I'm like still my PG. I know you're a grown man now, basically, you know. But it was an honor to coach and have you as a youth and even now to still be a part of your life and mentor and still be able to talk to you about basketball and ask you to come and help. So throw that out there. You know, remember Sunday training, you know what I mean? We'd
Yep.
love to have you, you know what I mean? So Ballaholic, we're
That's
grabbing the
right.
best. That's one of the things about the youth program that we have in the Streetball to Pro has been able to give back. And we have our Sunday training. P Diddy gonna come in and tell you he's gonna come in and be one of the trainers for our youth program.
Mhm.
And I think that that's something that's great because it's somebody who grew up and went through the program, know their mindset, and still have a focus. And he's one of those examples on and off the court. You know, what is your GPA? I never asked you that.
Uh, my cumulative, well, last quarter, well, these last 2 quarters, I had a three. I think I had a 3.9 last quarter, and then I had
Ah,
a 3.8 fall quarter. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
wow,
through
man.
running, like, cause I did running start. Running start was pretty easy to me. So like I kind of like coasted through that, and then just getting into my first year of college. I mean, it's not easy, but like I mean, I just kind of just get my work done, and then I mean, it kind of pays off.
That is impressive. Let me see. Your brother
That's
said
crazy impressive. To be
as a
able to hold
team.
all of that, school, basketball, and work.
Oh, your brother giving you love. He was talking about like y'all got me put on my glasses, you know what I mean? I have my glasses off and look young. I can't read without these mugs now, Peyton. That's how old I'm getting now. So it says
Oh,
one thing he did without he said one thing you did without hesitation that he'll forever appreciate is help watch his newborn daughter. And he still does. Great and amazing heart. Shout
Yeah.
out to you, Elijah. That's what he spoke on to you about you, man.
oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you babysitting too?
Yeah, I babysit. So she was born in July, going into my senior year, and then I watched her from October every morning until the end of the school year, my senior year. So I watched her
Oh
every
wow.
morning until I left for basketball practice, uh, until probably like January, and then I watched her through the rest of the school year too.
That's dope. Yeah, no, I mean,
Good
I know
young
you and your
man.
brother's close like that anyway, but
Yeah.
that right there, that's love right there. Oh wow.
A good
Yes.
young man, because you already got to think if it's a little
Yeah.
baby, how much stuff you have to do. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
watch a baby, man. Yeah. So blessings, brother. Blessings, man.
For real. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I see. She love her uncle.
Yeah,
Oh, she
that
love
was
her uncle.
that was one of her first words. I was pretty proud of that.
That's good. That's good though, man. That's good. Do you live on campus? Are you on campus?
No, I live about 20 minutes away, thankfully, so I didn't have to go to that. That was one of like because I was also Coach Rollman up at Peninsula
Yeah,
Donald. He
yeah.
he offered me right before he actually left to go coach up at SPU, and that was one of the biggest things I was like deciding on. I was like, man, well, it's like the cost of the dorms. I was going over all of it. And I was like, it'd probably be smarter for me too to go into a place where I know I can at least get some minutes, get some experience, and then also save some money as well.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of kids they don't care. They'll go to a good school, know they're not gonna play. They go. They just could. Oh, they raw. They was number one. I'm just go there. Go
Uh-huh.
somewhere where you can play. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
So how I know it was like a rebuilding year this year, and shout out to my man Felt this ball. Now let me tell you how crazy this is, right? Back in my playing days, his coach was my assistant coach back when I played. You know what I mean? Now it's his head coach. So that's my guy. So Coach Felt, uh, and he ended up getting hired sort of later. And so he didn't have the time, especially as a coach, to put a program together. So I'm excited to see what they look like this upcoming
Right.
season. But how was that for you? You know what I mean? Nothing rank speaking, of course, nothing negative on the program. It's just one of those trying to put the pieces together and to perform at that high level you got to have the
Yeah,
right pieces,
yeah. He
So
just
how
he kind
was
of got
that?
like thrown in. He kind of
Okay.
got like I kind of like I was going to all the open gyms and stuff like that, and then once Coach Callahan left, I was like, okay, maybe I should reach back out to Coach Roman at Peninsula. I was like, but then I stayed patient there, and I was like, okay, let me see who they get, and then I talked to Barry, and he was talking about how they got someone, and then my uncle Scott, who actually played with my
So
coach,
okay.
uh,
Wow.
yeah, he was telling me that he hired him and that he would be a great fit for me and stuff like that. So I
Okay.
was like, okay. And then so we get in there, I get to meet him, and we're just going over all the stuff. We're just going over everything, and it was a tough couple of weeks because we were just trying to throw together a roster. Because I mean, I think he was hired around the time of my birthday, which is late July, and
Oh
preseason starts in
yeah.
like August. So we were like, we didn't get to do any summer league, nothing like that. No, like, and then our schedule was already made for us, like pre-made, and so
Right.
it was pretty rough. Like it was pretty rough, especially with you know how JUCO works. We had about 15 people at the start. I think during winter break we had like maybe 8.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it,
Grades and all kind of stuff. Yep.
That's
no,
crazy.
it was definitely a rebuild year for sure.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking forward to next season?
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to it all. I mean, I can't. I'm missing it. I'm missing it pretty badly right now. I'm looking forward to just hopefully trying to bring up like to OC of like the things that I've heard it's been
Yeah.
like how high the highs have been, like them
Yeah.
going to the playoffs, them having playoff success, just to win. Like that's kind of my main thing. Like accolades all aside, none of like the care less about like the first team all like conference and stuff like that. As long as we win games, I mean that would be
Yeah.
like that's what's best.
Okay, so were you like one of the team leaders from the team this past season? Are you like one
Yeah,
of the guys that?
that's how it like sort of turned out because I remember at the beginning in like the open gyms and stuff like that, my coach would like he would pull me aside. I remember he did like our first player one-on-one coaches meeting with him and our assistant coach Nate, and then he was like talking to me. He was like, "Man," he was like, "when I watched your high school film, he's like, I really didn't think you'd like be like this." He was like, "It is like he's like your high school
Oh,
film is like He was like, it's looking a lot different now. He's like, you're looking like a great leader out in the court. He's like, and you look great out there. And then so there was like a lot of times where I try to be the leader, even though I was the youngest on the team. I tried to be the leader, and it worked out most of the times. I mean, sometimes it didn't go our way. We had some players on the team that I mean, like every JUCO has. I mean, it just every team is dysfunctional in their own way, and then it almost challenges you as a leader to become better almost. So I think it actually helped me.
Man, kind of sound like Boy Scout a little bit.
Yeah. No,
A
that's why
little
he
bit.
was my PG. Like I said, he was always I
Just
would
how
say
he's
mature
sparing them.
for his age, if you want to say. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he's only
yeah.
18. But you wouldn't he doesn't sound like most 18-year-olders, you know what I mean? That 20 something, even 30, you know what I mean? His just mentality is different. And so
Right,
for that to be in the game, we know that that's a major game changer because his
right,
IQ and the way he see things and how he thinks and that's why he was such a special player and I knew he would make it, because I'm like, okay, it's just he's short. So once he grow, everything else is gonna catch up. And once he grew, and I'm like, oh, this is great because he's still playing and he made it through some rough times. So you got to think about from his high school. You know what I mean? There was just trying times. You know what I mean? I can speak on it because I know him like that. You know what I mean? And the fact that he had a lot of talent, but of course around him. But it wasn't always the biggest. We didn't have a whole lot of big people. Certain pieces that you could have had to help them to go further. They did well, but I'm sure it'd have been great if they would have made it to state and did some other things. Like I said, there was kids like Bakary is a kid you never see. He could tell you, everybody around here could tell you he was one of the best players in their class. You know what I mean? So to watch them two play together was amazing. You know what I mean? So that's the thing now to see him at the next level, basically as a young man, as an adult at the JUCO, and he's playing where people they're surprised where I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Oh man, look at him. No, this is what I expect. He should kill, and that's why I'm excited because I'm seeing he's elevating. You know what I mean? Watching him in the open run, I saw he had a spin move in it. Oh, he done mastered that now. You know what I mean? I'm watching the little tricks and how he pulled it out, and I'm like, he do have his foot on the gas. So if you play like that, P, like I saw what you was doing, you wasn't like shying away. Yeah, you got people in the game, but you put the team on your back and you was like, man, let's go. You play like that, that's a major difference. And that'll help you in that JUCO. Just from my time in JUCO going on over to a 4 year, that's gonna be the thing that's gonna really help be like, yep, he got that dog. I want him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so keep doing whatever you're doing, my man. You notice I ain't tried to back in the day. I've been like, yeah, check ball, let's play. I ain't asked to play you this time.
Hey, so you say what you about 6'1", you said?
Yeah, I'm. Well, it's a basketball 6'1", so it's really
Yeah.
6 foot, but
And
Yeah.
it's a
see,
basketball
coach,
six
see,
foot.
look, that's why I love
Yeah.
that. Because a lot of times I tell guys, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm 6'3" and a half." No, no, you're not. You're 6'4". I say that all the time. So yeah, I agree with you, Payton. Everybody, Carter, you 6'4"? No, I'm 6'5".
Right.
My real, I'm
That
six
little
foot five, man. Nah, but you might even grow even more. You're not even done growing, man. You're only 18 years old. You stop. I mean, you're gonna get to a 4 year and you're gonna experience life and do a lot more different stuff, man. And your brain's gonna expand. Yeah, you're gonna grow, bro. Yeah, a couple more inches, man. You're gonna get taller for sure. Yeah, there's no worry about that. I had another question I was gonna ask. I totally forgot. So who do you like? Who's your like someone who you would like? Someone basketball player, athlete. Who's your favorite player? Who's a person who you like not want to copy, but whose game you would model your game after?
Uh, I'm not really sure. Like my thing throughout my careers has always been like it's something that like I would always think about. I'm like, okay, so like I mean, I'm obviously me, and I'm like I can't be someone else. So throughout my life, like I would always play against like my older cousins and stuff like that. I would always see, I'm like, okay, they're doing this. Let me try to do that. I would go back to my house, work on that, then use it on someone else. And like, I mean, I've kind of done that with like my friends, like my friend Darnell, like my teammate D'Angelo up at OC. I mean, I do the same thing with him. He does something, I try to pick up on it, try to use it. I mean, so I think from that perspective, I mean, I try to pick up on everything's move, everything I see. I just try to put it in my own bag. And then for like an athlete I like sort of looked up to would probably be just my uncle. He's like, he's been he played overseas and stuff like that. So I mean, his work ethic has really like inspired me to keep up.
I mean, see, and that lets me know that you've seen a lot of basketball. I mean, you know what I mean? You ain't saying one NBA player, one overseas, one old school player, one player today is somebody that you see play every day. And that just lets me know you've seen a lot of basketball. And that's how your mindset gets, that's how you get there. You visualize stuff and you see it and you do it. And when you work on it, it's naturally stuff just happened, man. The mind is just so strong, man. And I remember in the podcast, it was me, Coach, asking someone else, and I was like, muscle memory. He was like, I don't teach muscle memory because the arms don't have, I forgot what he said. The arms don't have, I forgot. He said something. I forgot what he said, Coach. Something about why he don't teach muscle memory. I'm like, but the brain is a muscle too. And the body can't work without the brain. So we do teach muscle memory. But I totally forgot. I was one of your guys, Coach. I forgot, but he was really, I forgot his name. Because I had thought about, he said that. I was like, wait, what? It made sense at first, and then I thought about it the next day. And I was like, nah, well, the body can't work without the brain. So we do have to teach muscle memory. The body it's gonna shut down if we don't. So, but back to my point. Yeah, man. Blessings to you, man. Just like Coach said, man, just keep going, man. Keep playing and do the best you can, man, just to stay positive with everything, bro. Athletes, family, friends, learn how to balance everything out.
For sure. Thank you.
I mean, how was that? I mean, it's probably better now. I mean, after your first year from high school into college, getting your schedule now, adding, a 40-hour work schedule. So you had to adjust, as we call it, adulting. Yeah, welcome to adulting. So, how was that transition going? Is that going pretty well for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to not. I've tried to be strict on myself, like scheduling wise, but at the same time, I know stuff's gonna happen. So, I mean, just kind of being able to roll with the flow, and then also just taking time out of my day to really like take care of myself, because
Right.
I mean, that's at the end of the day, it's the most important thing.
Right.
Yeah, you got to care about yourself before you care about anybody else, man. That's why they say on the airplane, take care of you, put your mask on first before you help somebody else.
Right.
Right?
Trying to help somebody else. But man,
Exactly. You help somebody else first, all of a sudden, what's going to happen to you? All right?
right. Just out there. You're like, man. So let me see. Okay, so we got one more year. Have you even talked to any colleges?
I mean, the last colleges I had the Central Washington coach reached out to my coach, my high school coach, after I went to one of their camps, and then they said they were going to follow me throughout the season, but I didn't really hear anything back after they signed another high school guard. So I was like, okay, kind of started moving on to all the JUCOs, and then just trying to keep in touch with my connections that I've already created, and then trying to create as many options as I can, and then just hoop this next year and see what happens. I mean,
Right. That's the best thing you do. Yeah, your sophomore year, just go full out. You definitely get a look. Just go full out. Keep your mindset. Stay active. Stay in the gym, man. Keep everything balanced. Just go full out, bro. Stay humble like you are, and just go full out, man. Something definitely happened for you.
how is it like? It's pretty fun playing with. You're playing at home, basically. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, and you get to play with some of your friends that you grew up with. I mean, you think D'Angelo. I think if I thought I saw Kanye, maybe possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple of more locals that me and felt we was talking. Mosley,
Payton.
Jaden. Yeah. So how is that to actually be playing at this next level with some of the best players from these other schools that you played against?
It's been pretty fun just playing against and playing with a lot of the people like I grew up with from around here, like even like just even playing like my friends from like playing against them since Pee-wees, like Kevon
Right.
and Joe from
Yeah.
OU,
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's always
Bellevue.
been it's fun, or it's good to see that Kitsap is actually like producing more, like, or
Yeah.
just focusing more almost on basketball almost.
Yeah.
So when you playing against your friends, is it friendly or is it competitive? Because I hate playing against my friends because it's not friendly when I play against my friends. Yeah, okay, yeah, because I can't. Oh, what's
I
up, bro?
know.
What's up, my God? Nah, I can't do that
Yeah, no,
after the.
yeah, it's usually, yeah, I usually only talk to them like after the game, or like in the game. I'm usually locked in because I'm trying to win. Like, so
Right.
like I'm in that mindset. So when it's on the court, it's not really like you're that's your friend. It's just kind of like you're someone you're playing against.
Yeah, no, for real though, because because I can't stand that being too nice. Sometimes it's just nah, man. we can
Yeah.
Can't do it all the time, man. I'll talk to y'all after the game. After the game, we can, shake hands and hug. Good game, good game. Because sometimes you have friends that won't even say nothing after the game. Like, oh, Corey, he did too much. Or he fouled me. Like, yeah, I fouled you. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's like basketball.
Right. You know what I
Right.
mean? Right.
Right.
You don't get fouled. I mean, you should expect me to fight. That it should be. You should rub it off like, that's the homie. He just
Yeah,
fouled the heck out of me. That's the homie. All right, okay. But if it come from somebody, you know what I'm saying? If it comes from somebody else, you be ready to fight. Like, nah. It should be cool. Like, okay, that's the homie. He fouled me. All right, good.
yeah,
Hey, we
Just leave it
compete
at that.
at the end of the day. You know what I
Right,
mean? And I ain't gonna
right.
back down, and I don't expect you to back down. You know what I mean? I'm coming at you, and vice versa. Man, one thing that you mentioned that is great, P, is the fact that I feel like we are starting to show that we got more hoopers. We got hoopers. You know what I mean? In Kitsap. And I think that that's one of the things that we've been slept on. And it's like, oh, Bremerton, it's not that many hoopers here and there. And it just what ain't it wasn't. I can't say that anymore. But before you remember we used to go across the bridge and stuff, it was like, and then they get the players and say, whoa, wait a minute, they actually can hoop. He was like, no, we really can get down. And like I say, you got JoJo, Kevon, yourself, a lot of y'all are on college and y'all are making a lot of noise. You know what I mean? And you getting recruited from out of here. Like I said, but Kerry back in the day, he did go to
mm,
O'Day, one of the big private schools. So I mean, that sound like some Marvin Williams type Rotary kids, like that. That's the difference now. Now we're starting to have more students like yourself that folks are actually now. If you look at, you got your cousin, a
mm-hmm.
freshman is hands down the best freshman and one of the best high school players,
In
hands
the state.
down. You know what I mean? As a freshman, he averaged almost 27, 28, and led a team. They
Yep.
went to state and finished fifth. As a
Yeah,
freshman,
not. I
Freshman.
wasn't even expecting that. I was expecting them to like maybe like because I seen the stuff he was doing in summer, and I was like, oh okay. I was like, we'll see how it translates. I was like, they should be able to grab a little playoff spot for sure. It's just because I knew how good he was, but I didn't know how good the pieces around him were going to be. But then after watching his first game, I was like, he's making this look really easy. I was like,
yes.
it's just effortless. It's very fun to watch.
It really is, and that's the trip part. You wouldn't think. Well, I remember going to the Y at 6 in the morning, and I'm seeing this little kid that's in middle school doing yoga and stretching, and I said, "Yeah, you're
Just
different."
No, he's just. It's like it's not even like my uncle. My uncle. I'm not gonna. My uncle. Okay, I'm gonna say my uncle bred him for basketball. Like there's
Yes,
like
no, you're right.
it's
Brad
it's
from
like it's
Backstreet.
he's like I remember me and him would go to like my uncle Maya would take us to like workouts at Brem, like summer workouts and stuff like that. He'd be like in 5th grade and 6th grade, just
Yep,
like we would be doing conditioning. He would kill everyone in conditioning. I
yep.
was like, bro, how? I was like, you're so little. Like, and then even when we even when we would go like work out, like just my senior year, his 8th grade year, we would go for the first like 2 months right before the season. I was going with my uncle Maya like every morning at 5 a.m. to go work out at the Remington Y.
Yep.
And then Jalen, like it was crazy because Jalen did throughout his entire season and then continued to do it after that. And I was like, man, he's gonna be something different, something special.
Yes, no, Ball,
And he's
I
getting
promise you.
Crazy.
Everybody, like, you see how he's looking? That's his cousin. So he sees everything. You know what I mean? I'm an outsider, and I'm looking like he's not normal. He's not. His dad is not normal either. His dad is one of the best players that came out of here. You can tell, like you said, he was bred and built to be like the kid that he is. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, this is fun. So basketball in Bremerton and the program commit 360 shout out to them. One of the best programs that's out, and that's what they came out of. He started building them when they was young, and that was like my guy Coach Mack. You got to meet. We was doing it on the girls side because I was at the high school with his uncle. I was the girls coach and he was the boys coach, you know. And
Right.
so we had the same idea. And once I ended up leaving, that's why I was like, oh, I got to get this feeder system. And now I'm at CK with the feeder system. But, Payton was a part of it as well, as when I was coming up. But that's the thing. It was like, he got that in there. These kids is about Bremerton is going to be running the show for a minute because they're
It's
freshmen.
different. Yeah. I mean, if y'all producing them like that up there, man,
Oh yeah.
sheesh.
Yes, I had to give it to him. We are now, like I said, I mean, even Peyton had a chance to watch this weekend, at least the girls' side. I was sitting there, I was like, for me, this is the best class. And when I say the best class, I have almost 50 kids, you know what I mean, through all this program. I had a small group. It was my boys, his group that I kept. They was tough. You know what I mean? And I had little pockets, but now I have like 3, 4 teams that actually can compete at a really high level, and we're still young in the program. You know what I mean? So the talent and the skill wise is different, and so with the work ethics and the coaching knowledge and experience, it's really going to help take the players to a whole nother level. But basketball in the Kitsap area has changed and it's continued to change, and we're getting better. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons for the show is to talk about people all over the world, but at the same time, give us a platform in Kitsap and say, look, we have a player like Payton who's looking to go play somewhere else, who can play somewhere else. It's just all about he needs somewhere to be seen. You know what I mean? He needs an opportunity. And so that's the fun part about what we're doing is just like there's a lot of great basketball players and great coaches and great programs over here. We just need a little bit of love. And you know what? We're coming to get it now. We was tired of waiting. Now we're coming out and we're doing our thing. And so just shout out to the 360 and Kitsap and Bremerton and all of that because, like I said, the last decade I've been a part of basketball and now, from hooping, I made a name as a hooper. As you get older, you can't play. That's what I said, Ball, you're going to have to take my place. I can't be talking no more. I can't even talk. I used to talk big junk to Peyton and all, JoJo, all them. I ain't saying none of them young boys now, boy. I'm like, respect is where it belongs. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
stay in my place. But, yeah, man, Ball, you have to meet Peyton.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
no, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back up there and return up there, man. Definitely. Coach Ashley is his family now. So
yeah.
we got a crazy story. I'll tell you about it face to face. So Peyton, I can tell you about that face to face. But when I come back up there, man, I'd love to meet you, man. Chop it up with you, man. Get a chance, hopefully, to see you play or work out, whatever. That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Do you have you got like a highlight tape? You got any highlights?
I have like a whole bunch of like highlights like I have, but like I don't have it. I haven't put it into a tape. Like
Like I
I
mean, yeah. You know what I mean? Mixtape, yeah. Now you don't have to put it into a tape literally, but
yeah, I got some highlights.
oh, okay, okay. Because that I think that's also good for you too. Because I know there's also like a portal, maybe, or even just posting it on your social media or somewhere on a
Yeah.
platform where everyone can see it. You know what I mean? Someone will look. Someone might be looking for someone like you. You put your, your background up there, your
Yeah.
basketball background, academically too, and you just never. You'll get a buzz. That's a guaranteed buzz nowadays. That's a guaranteed buzz. You put your highlights up, add it to your background, your basketball background, your family name. That's a guaranteed buzz. Someone's gonna hit you up. It don't matter what school, you're gonna get a buzz. You know what I mean? And so, and you just never know that one good school might be looking just missing a player. They might recruit everyone. All they want there, they want there, and then you pop up. They go, you know what? Let's get this dude to try right here. Let's talk to him. And you just never know, bro. And it might be good for you too. On the flip side of that, now whatever you major in, now they got it perfect. Everything they got internship for you for whatever you want to do. They got tutors and they got, social, whatever the case may be for whatever you want to major in. They might have it added to the basketball. So you might even, you know what? I'm not even coming back. I'm staying up here. Mom, dad, like, yo, that, y'all come up here and visit me. You know what I mean? Because it's been like that for me. Like I've been to places, man, recently. Like I don't want to go back home.
Yeah.
Go to tell you, like I ain't want to go back home, man. I can find my girl out here or something. Like I really not want to go back home right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you just never know, man. So yeah, I suggest probably get that together, your highlight tape and stuff, and then yeah,
Yeah.
put it out there.
No,
Oh,
that is true, Pete. If you have one, please give it to me. It will help, what I mean, get it out there because that's the best way. Everything's social media. And
yeah,
so that's one of the things that we can get the highlights. Hey, boom, follow you. He have a season coming up. Boom, just constantly just flooding the market. You know what I mean? You've been able to watch me over the years where, all of a sudden now it's like I'm a little bigger than I was, just like you was smaller. You know what I mean? Now it's
Yeah,
like, oh man, you watch me grow and mature into the businessman and the coach and the things like that, and vice versa. And so part of it was also just the marketing part, right?
yeah,
So if people don't know what you're doing or just what you can offer, then how can they? Ask you to be a part of something. And so, like I said,
right.
with your skill set, GPA, everything. You know what I mean? And that's one thing we say too on our show. If we bring y'all on and we put our stamp of approval, that means y'all are hoopers. You know what I mean? On and off the court, based off of just our own personal resumes. You know what I mean? This is what we do for a living and things like that. And so let's get your highlights from last season, whatever it is, so we can find you a home. Because I want to do another story. I want to do a follow up where we say, "Yo, Pete, he now going off to this college, and he's about to be hooping and things like that." That's sort of just like Cade. So I had Cade on, and Cade is about to go to Gonzaga. You know what I mean? So we're like, yo, we want to check out. You're about to walk on. I want to see this. You know what I mean? So that those are dope experiences that we want to be able to help y'all to get out there, let people see. You know what I mean? That y'all and y'all are encouraging a lot of these young players in our area. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, we know Pay. You got a lot of fans. Let's keep it real. I got you got we go places, you got little fans. They be like, oh, we know Payton, we like Payton, we love his game. But then to watch you continue to excel,
mm,
it gives that next the sixth graders, the fifth graders that you saw with the little Admiral gear running around, they be like, oh, he used to be one of us. Now he's doing this. I have an opportunity, or it's possible for me. You know what I mean? So I think that that's one of the cool parts about what we do. But yeah, let's get that so we can help you to promote and you know,
And that
and
also too could be some good pressure for you. A lot of people, a lot of times, oh, it's bad pressure. This could be good pressure for you because now you putting these highlights out. Now it's gonna make you want to work out even more in the gym because now people are gonna want to look and see like, okay, this is what I see on here, and let me go watch him play. So for you, naturally, mentally, it's gonna like, yo, what? Let me. It's going. You're gonna want to just be in the gym naturally, because of course we can't post something up and then somebody come and watch us and we don't do that. It's gonna be a bad look. You know what I mean? That's like
Right.
giving yourself a nickname and you're not living up to that nickname. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, and we've all. I'm pretty sure all three of us have seen that type of players,
Yeah.
right? They come in, they got the nickname, or they got the nice shoes, or
Yeah, the matching
nowadays,
outfit, fresh to the
exact.
mug, you know what I mean?
And nowadays, what I'm starting to see is that a lot of the kids are starting to have the one leg sleeve
Yeah.
match the one arm long sleeve. So one, I'm like, oh gosh, I bet that kid right there does not know how to play. He knows how to play, but he don't know what he's doing. There's, there's always like that nowadays, and always.
Uh,
I mean, not all the time, but I say
but
more. I
yeah,
say like nowadays more than I say a good 50, more than half. I say 50, about
I
55%.
agree.
Not a lot, but it's like that, man. So, but again, that could be good. Just from you making a highlight tape, man, putting it out there. It makes you want to, get in the gym even more. Because, like Coach said, for me, like I know I'm getting older, and I'm on my way out, but I know that the things that we have coming up, what I
Yeah.
mean, I call it good pressure. So I'm already back in the gym. I know from June till September, maybe after that, I know it's going to be something in and out besides what I
Oh,
have going on. So
hey, Ball. So,
yeah.
there's a summer league. So I'm gonna leak it out sort of now. He knows, but we partnered with OC. OC, shout out to OC. I'm alumni, the Rangers. But we partnered with them to bring back the summer league.
Oh,
So
oh,
we're gonna have a men's summer league at OC. So starting in July. So you're gonna have to come through
yeah.
and play with, you know what I mean? You get
It's,
to play against them, and that's gonna be the fun part about the summer league is I want to be able to bring players like yourself, different high caliber players, and they get to play against. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So we create our own little buzz in a sense, like all the big cities. You know what I mean? I know we won't be the pro am, the Seattle pro am, or the Drew League, but we'll be our own little OC Summer League where we have our own little celebrities or people come through, show love, and we go hard and have fun. So July, we got to get you out here sometime that month so we can get you to play in the summer league
Oh
at
yeah.
OC.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure that. Yeah, because this summer's gonna be a lot of basketball being played. A lot of basketball this summer, man. So I'm definitely gonna be in tip top shape.
So
Yeah, definitely more than I was last summer, coach, for sure.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, once we realized we was gonna really take off, like I told you, I said, bro, we're gonna be in UK, we're gonna be over here, we're gonna be in there, and things started to really take off. And that's the cool part because Peyton never had a chance to. Well, that's a different level. As a youth and as an adult, like where you at is now where he's entering. You know what I mean, and where he
Right,
wants
right,
to
right,
go.
right.
Where, like for us, we play against all the top level, pro players and things like that, and that's where eventually he wants to be a pro, and that's the beauty with our program. Worst case scenario, he can still jump on the international team here and there and still play pro and do things. So that's the beauty of the Admirals. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
and that's and also, I mean, like you said, you're business minded. You're thinking money now. You get NIL deals coming into you as well too. With your book smart, with you being smart, man, and being an athlete, you might come to somebody and you might verbally say something that they hear on the business side, and they go, "What?" And they might ask you, "What do you know about that?" And you might break it down to them, and then he might give you a deal or a seminar to go to, or you just never know, man. So, man. And man, y'all got it good, man. I
I
wish,
know, right?
dang, man, these NIL deals, man. Oh, y'all got it. Y'all so lucky, man. Gosh, because I was sure when it went like I would have been like NBA for what if I had an NIL deal like back then. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, man.
We're making all the money, So that's what I'm saying. Social media, NIL, things is a little different. We was wearing real big baggy clothes that ain't as big as baggy they
Right,
are
white tees, blue jeans.
Peyton, like,
Oh,
Uh,
not the baggy stuff,
oh
Gotta
man.
be fitting a little bit. So, man, before we let you go, any shout outs that you want to give, man? How can people follow you? This is coaches. How can they be able to say, hey, let me check out your schedule, or you know what I mean, or want to contact you? And you probably have some other people that just want to supporters who might just want to follow you, like say you got NIL deals and all kind of things. But how can people follow you and things like that? So give that a shout out, and then uh, how people can, yeah, stay connected.
So for my social media, it's on Instagram. It's Payton Davis, all lowercase underscore, and then so that's my Instagram. I'm just now. Well, I don't like have a Twitter, but
Okay.
I mean I'll probably make one after this too because my friend Lenz, who played on my team this past year, he had one and he was posting some good like highlights on there and stuff like that. So I'll
Yep.
probably make that as well. And then just to keep in touch, I mean, I plan to play for OC again next season. So I mean, when the season schedule comes out, probably in like August or early September or something like that, that'd be a good place to check.
Okay.
Go check to see me play or something like that at OlympicRangers.com or OlympicRangerBasketball.com.
Okay, okay. And then make sure we get a highlight. Like I said, for those who are watching, I'm very sure you'll get to see him in some kind of action in the summer league. Because, like I said, it's going to be OC and the Admirals. We've come together to create a summer league this summer. So I'm sure if he's available, you'll get to see him then. But if not, like you said, we're gonna try to get a highlights, but he will be a sophomore. He has one more year at OC, and this upcoming year, please follow, check him out. He is looking for a home when it's all said and done. After this next year, he's gonna be a free agent. You know, got a GPA, he got everything that you're gonna need. You know, and so that's the other the thing for our platform. We're always finding the diamonds in the rough or the hidden gems and the free agents and saying, hey, get your dibs now. We're letting you know because once other people find out, I guarantee you they're really good. Like he's one of those players. Everybody in our community got love for him. They know and respect his game. You know what I mean? And his family. So when you think about, you know, what's connected, you think about their families, you know, coaches and things like that. So everything he has in place, you know, for success. So, like I said, coaches, Coach Felt, hit him up. Peyton Davis, OC, follow them, and he'll be looking. What? Hey, Ball Holly, he'll be looking for
Yeah.
that red pen and glasses. That means he's signing a contract. That's what he's looking for. He's looking to be signing somewhere after this year at OC. So coaches, help your man now and take our word. Give him a shot. That's all we're saying. He just want to come to open run. Trust me. Check him out. You gonna want him. So enough of me. You know what I mean? Enough of my man. Now I'm trying to sell him, but I don't have to. I guarantee you, if I put him out there, you gonna want him. But we're gonna tap off. I appreciate you. We was gonna get on back in the day, and we crossed up, and we missed each other. And I saw him at the gym, and I was like, P. I need to get you on. Let's do it. He said, all right, coach. You know what I mean? I got you. You know what I mean? So he's always held me down and I appreciate it. He's really a solid young man. And man, once again, Ball Holly, thank you. We got to get back at this tomorrow. We got Cam
Yeah.
tomorrow
Yep.
from Chile. So for like I said, we don't know who we're gonna have on tomorrow. We got a pro player that's in Chile, however you say it, in the top league. He'll be on with us tomorrow night, and we we finished the week or start ended the week. Yeah, Sunday. I guess how that's hard. Monday ended the week with my man P Diddy. One, you know what I mean? It's all love and shout out to the Davis family, to all of them. You know what I mean, for just the love that they've given me the past decade and more, and continue to. And so, great family, great organization, 360. Always Bremerton. They've showed me, they gave me my first opportunity. So I always be Bremerton, although I'm SCK. You know what I mean? I always got to give love where love is given. So anything for you, Ball, before we go, my man?
Oh
Appreciate you,
no,
man.
man. Peyton, man, just everything you said, just keep going, man. You got everything right in front of you, man. Just go for it. Stay focused, stay locked in, make sure your mindset is strong in your skill set, and then you're gonna be all good, brother. Hopefully get a chance to meet you when I come back up there. You know, we might be playing on the same team or against each other. Either way.
Thank you.
We're
Make
gonna
sure
have to
when
bring
you
that. You're gonna make me
yeah.
bring Nate the Great out. That's what he gonna make me
Oh,
do. He gonna
eh,
make me bring Nate the Great out to come
we
hoop
got
with
to.
me.
We got to.
Yeah.
I got to tap in. I'm gonna call him tomorrow because I ain't been keeping up with him. I'm gonna hit him tomorrow though. But we bring NTG out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll line that up. So we look at July. So Payton, I got a guard. NTG, that young fella, he a
Yeah,
problem too. So I want to see
hey,
that matchup. You know
he in
what
the, hey, I'm about to say he in the garage. Wait, he's our he our Ferrari. We can't keep
I
together. Yeah, 4-wheel drive, man. He going inside. He's trying to get out. He in the garage right now, man. That
mean?
young boy,
Hey,
man.
so he just like you. You trying to go to that next level. He's trying to go to that next level, and so that'd be a good little matchup. But we gonna get it all set up. Hey, I appreciate you again. So NTG, you probably gonna see it. We gonna call you. It's time to go to work, sir. It's
Uh,
time to start bringing them young fellas out, my man. So OC Summer League is going down. I promise you, the Admirals will be bringing out some people throughout the month and just having fun with it. We ain't gonna sit there and say we're gonna beat everybody, but I guarantee you, ooh, you gonna be in the fight. If you beat us, you gonna be in the fight. I'm gonna say it that way. Put it that you gonna know and be like, yeah, no, oh man, still hooping like that. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Tell
don't
them
get it
all.
twisted. Do not get it twisted, y'all. Whoever's watching, do not get it twisted. America, I don't care where you from, Chicago, the best players, do not get it twisted. Please don't.
They think because you had a birthday, your old head now, man. Hey,
Exactly.
all right, well, man, let me let you go. Let P Diddy get some sleep, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Hey, Streetball the Pro, we appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Hello.
All
Nice to meet
right,
you,
P.
Peyton.
All right, nice to meet you too.
All right, coach.
All right.